Hey, good morning, guys. Happy 8th day of distant learning. We are on the 125th day of school. Cannot believe we're already 125 days in and not too many more to go. So we'll keep making the best that we can of each day, and no matter where we're at, we can continue our learning and keep making sure that we're being our best each day. So yesterday was really good. I really enjoyed that Zoom call. We were super focused. There was a lot of great focus there. I just thought that it went really well, and we kind of got some of the silly stuff out on the first one, and then yesterday was pretty good. So tomorrow we'll have our third call. We might have to make a change to our class calls because Zoom isn't going to be too much of a wanted program for DCPS moving forward, so we're going to have to make some changes maybe next week. So parents, look out for some emails talking about how, we might switch websites, we might try something else, but we're just going to continue to use what we can and make the best of it. So today is Thursday, April 2nd. Yesterday was April 1st, and tomorrow will be April 3rd, Wednesday, April 3rd. And the answer to yesterday's question, remember, it was, if today is the 1st, how many days until the 22nd? And the strategy that I used is I did 7, 14, 21. So that's 21 days until the 22nd. You could have counted on, so the 1st to the 2nd is 1, so you could have gone 1, 2, and done like the arrow way on the number line, kind of like the calendar could be its own number line. But it was 21 days until the 22nd of April. So today, one more than 125, Allison. And I would imagine she would say 126. Now, if she would have said 136, hopefully one of you guys would have raised your hand or something, and I said, what strategy can you give Allison? And I know, a bunch of you would say, hey, Allison, you're focusing on the 10s, but try the 1s. But, I'm sure Allison would have got that one. Next one is Mr. Ben or Mr. Hart. One less. Let's go with Mr. Ben. One less, Mr. Ben. And Mr. Ben's always good about talking about his learning, making sure everybody understands his learning. He'd say, in that ones place I see a 5, so one less would be 4. 124. 10 more. Kirill. 10 more than 125. And everybody who's watching, just make sure that you're ready to give a suggestion or something to Kirill if he makes an awesome mistake. And that is 135. And 10 less. Carlene. 10 less. So 10 less than 125. And so if I'm saying 10 less, I really want to focus on that the tens place. And it is 115. It is sunny today. So we finally get to give a tally to the sunny. That means we are up to 46 sunny days, 14 rainy days, 43 cloudy days, and 1 snowy day. But you can tell your parent or guardian about that snowy day. Mr. Collier's not so convinced that it was snowing that day, but oh well. I forgot to put the stick, but I remembered. And that's about it. So my question today is, what is 30 less than 125? And if you want to have your parent or guardian email me that, you totally can. I will give the answer tomorrow morning, but looking at the number 125, what is 30 less? So 10 less was 115, but what is 30 less? The weather. Like I said, today it is saying mostly sunny and a little bit of wind. Tomorrow is partly cloudy, a high of 61. Saturday is 63 with partly cloudy and a little bit of sun. Sunday, on Marcus's birthday, it will be mostly cloudy with a high of 68. And then next week, it's looking pretty sunny. Tuesday, there might be some rain or some thunderstorms, but for the most part, it's looking pretty sunny next week. On our schedule today, this morning, if you are following this schedule right over here, you would be starting your morning with reading and writing. So your reading today is 20 minutes, and I understand I didn't send a reading log, so it's just, you guys can keep a log or just make sure that you're reading 20 minutes a day on a good fit book. I would really like it at this point to not be so much being read to, but more you're reading yourself, so you're continuing to practice those things like reading the way we talk, which is called fluency, practicing stretching out unknown words, or looking at chunks that you might know, or just skipping it and coming back to it and seeing if the rest of the sentence or the rest of the paragraph can help you figure out that unknown word. Today is distance learning plan day 3. So you're going to skip day 2 and you're going to skip the foundational literacy for both. And so my little reminder about this is the students will use the 2 stories that they read yesterday to provide evidence when answering the questions they asked about the topic on day 1. Please encourage your student to use at least 2 sentences when summarizing what they have learned about the topic they have read. So there's 2 steps. You're going to go back and try to actually underline and find evidence that answers your questions from yesterday. So if one of my questions was, how does global warming start? I would probably go to that informational text that was talking about like the nonfiction text, and it was kind of talking a little bit about how gas traps the heat from the sun and it kind of keeps it above us. So maybe that's what I could use as my evidence to answer that question. But I know you probably answered at least 2 of those questions that you had from yesterday. So go back and underline some evidence, and then there is a portion where you're going to just kind of summarize, what did you read or what did you learn from those 2 readings? Because tomorrow and Monday, you're going to be working on a final project on this topic about global warming and how it affects generations to come, and how it affects the environment around them or something like that. So just 2 or 3 sentences, even a paragraph. I would love to see a paragraph, the 5 sentences. If you're starting with a topic sentence, of course our topic is global warming, so your topic sentence should be something including global warming. I might say global warming is something that is harmful, but that we need to know more about, or something like that. So you might just kind of have a topic sentence that introduces the global warming. Your journal writing today. If you could be in a photograph with any celebrity in the world, which celebrity would be beside you? Or what celebrity would you not want to be next to? So here's my paragraph, and it's in my head. I don't have it written down. So here goes. If there was any celebrity I would not want to be next to, it would be Voldemort. One reason is because he is not very nice to one of my favorite characters in Harry Potter. In Harry Potter, he treats Harry Potter and the other kids at Hogwarts unfairly. One more reason would be that he doesn't look very nice, and I don't like to be around people who aren't always nice to everybody. And then my conclusion sentence would be, please make sure that I'm never in a photograph with Voldemort. There you go, 5 sentences. There's my paragraph right there. And it's not, I didn't need any evidence because I'm not asking for evidence to answer the question. The question is really just an opinion. Who would you want to be next to? Who would you not want to be next to? And then this afternoon, lesson 8 on Zearn, either right before lunch or right after lunch, I'll put out a video on some of the math strategy that you guys have been learning on Zearn. I just wanted to give one video of the way that I would teach it and the way that I kind of understand that content for anybody who needs a second opinion on that stuff. A lot of people are really keeping up with their Zearn lessons, so thank you very much for doing that each day. Some families even reached out to me and said, Zearn's not really working, or this lesson's not really doing all that much for me, so I can switch those, and I can even switch it over to a different program or send some paperwork as well. And then after math, there is a science activity if you have time, and it just says, what a cool experiment. Write 2 sentences about what you learned from yesterday's How Does Soap Work experiment. So that's it. And I hope that you guys have a great day. I'm going to call probably about 10 people today. So whoever is able to talk, I can't wait to hear from you guys. And I hope that you have a really good Thursday, and we're almost to Friday. You guys get a little break this weekend. But just one more time, I want to say thank you for all the hard work. I know there's a lot of stuff. I know that not everybody's going to be able to get to every single thing. But I know you guys, I know my campers, and whatever you guys are doing is great. So just keep up the hard work, keep up the positive attitude, and together we'll get through it. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.